Welcome to another episode of Pure Hyzer Productions. I'm your host, Pavo Stubstad, and joining me for the 10th or 20th or 30th time, I don't even know now, is Nikko Locastro. Nikko, do you want to tell me what we got going on for PHP today? It's something unusual.
Yeah, this is something new for us. We filmed a fun doubles match. It was me and Philo Brathwaite versus Wysocki and Drew Gibson out at Browns and Bows, which is in Browns Valley, California. It's a private course on Mark Brown's property. There's 2 disc golf courses out there, but the new layout we're playing is a combined 18-hole course between the 2.
Yeah, kind of a few holes on the front course, most of the holes on the back course, some new pin placements that nobody here has ever seen before, even though I have filmed at Browns and Bows before, that he's putting in a lot of improvements and new placements out there. And yeah, Mark Brown put up $1,000 for a doubles match between the players Nikko just mentioned the day after St. Patrick's Classic, you know, when Wysocki and Philo Brathwaite were still around, and supported me to go out there and film it. So, you know, I really got to thank Mark Brown for supporting the players and supporting the video guy.
Yeah, we all appreciate that kind of support, you know, throwing some money out there and give us a chance to compete and get a little extra cash after the St. Patrick's Classic.
Absolutely.
So I think that Mark Brown really got some kicks out of bringing some of the top pros out to his course and checking out the new layout with the new rock formations and all of these awesome things he's doing with the property. So it was nice to be out there and play against some great players.
Yeah, and this round was kind of filmed like in the middle of when all the course improvements were going in out there. So there's a lot that's done. There's a lot that's not done yet. By now it probably is done. But when this was filmed, you know, some of the new placements were in, some of them weren't yet, so we get to kind of see a course in progress getting improved.
This is one course that's constantly under development. It just keeps pouring more into it, and he has workers out there full-time just building up the landscape and really making it a beautiful place to enjoy disc golf.
And on that note, I mean, Mark's dedication to the sport of disc golf goes beyond just his own courses. He's doing some great things with youth groups and kind of giving away some free discs and stuff with this project he has. It's called Impact Disc Golf. They do have a Facebook page. You can look them up on Facebook. So thanks to Mark, and do look up Impact Disc Golf if you get a chance.
Yeah, I've recently got involved with Impact Disc Golf and love what they're doing, you know, bringing disc golf to children and just taking disc golf to other countries. And this is stuff that I've wanted to do for a long time. So it's really great to have the local support and really starting to get something organized where we can go out there and impact the sport of disc golf. And
Mark Brown is definitely doing more than his part for that. So definitely check it out. And I think we should go take a look at the coverage now. I mean, get to see some top players in a casual doubles setting. That's something not a lot of people get to see with all these videos. They're usually sanctioned tournaments, so
let's get into it.
Something different today. Let's do it. Here we go. $1,000 doubles at Browns and Bows. Introducing our players today. On one team, we've got Philo Brathwaite and Nikko Locastro.
Against Wysocki and Drew Gibson.
First hole here is playing first tee on the front course to actually one of the placements for the second hole, estimating about 400 feet on this one.
Here we go, doubles match. Pretty even teams. Philo's up first. Plays the Hyzer out there.
That's alright. That's safe.
Just barely need to get around those trees and hopefully skip up there for a putt.
It was a little bit windy and a little bit cold, so taking a little bit off our drives.
Nikko going for more of a flex line.
Get a skip now. Skip.
I was hoping to get on the other side of the rock and then catch the skip.
Yeah, you never know if you're going to get a skip in gravel or not.
Look at that hole.
He's probably pinned high.
Yeah, that's a really cool new placement. It's one of the new placements here at Browns and Bows up on that rock. Ricky going with the wide Hyzer.
That's the play right there.
Oh, might be it. That's short, I think. I don't know. Might be up there.
About 25 feet.
Ricky says, "Oh, it's short. It's in the circle.
Like
A little bit short.
50 farther? Yeah, 50 farther. I feel like.
More like 25, but yeah."
It's hard to tell from back here. We had a little gallery following us around.
Alright, can you order a couple caddies for us or what?
I guarantee you 3.
Okay, that's good. That sounds good.
Just playing it safe so I can give it a run.
There it is.
I thought about giving it a run, got windy, and I just tossed it over there. That was about 80 feet.
Just flip it. Hey, do you guys care if we just flip it? We don't have a mini. That's fine.
Yes, we care. Automatic penalty.
Just a casual doubles setting.
No, we don't care at all. We're very casual.
That's a good putt by Drew. In the circle, but any putt's hard on a basket like that.
Made it look easy.
That's right. Philo, I might need you to.
This is probably a better putt for Philo, but I'll send it in there.
It's pretty high up there.
Boost me up.
It's going to be an intimidating one to play in tournaments, that elevated basket and the OB right behind it.
How often do you get to play on a rock formation like that?
Yeah. And Ricky and Drew get the birdie on that first hole, leading by 1. Going into the second hole they're playing, which is hole 3 on the front course, the alternate tee pad, to a semi-new basket placement. There was always a placement here, but it wasn't up on that.
Look at that. One of the best things about this sport is no matter what course you play, there's always something unique to that particular course. A couple options on this hole. You take that long, wide hyzer. You got to miss some trees coming in. Or you could take the straight shot and thread the needle.
I imagine the straight shot's going to be a little easier once that big pile of dirt's cleared away, or whatever it is, wood chips.
Yeah, he might be right there.
Both Ricky and Drew put it in 25 feet.
Right
Yeah, about 2 feet from each other.
I know. I think you're a little farther.
Nikko going up and over as well.
I was feeling good about it. I missed the first tree clean, just clipped the second one.
That was on a good
That
line.
was the first time we ever played this hole.
Yeah, a lot of these holes are, I mean, all these holes are new to everyone else besides Nikko, but even many of them were new to Nikko because we're playing a weird layout today. Beautiful shot from Philo.
Nice to see my partner throw it clean.
And Nikko putting from Philo's drive.
About 28 feet.
Good putt.
Nice drive, fella.
I'm not sure what that old tank is that he's got the basket up on, but it looks pretty cool.
Called character.
And a good putt from Drew. Both teams get the birdie on the second hole.
What would you say that is? Is it like an old cookout smoker?
I have
Or
no idea.
Barbecue pit? I don't know what it is.
Some kind of an old rusted propane tank, who knows? Couple of birdies there, and we're moving on to the back course. Skipping over hole 1 on the back course, starting on hole 2, which is going to be their third hole. The original placement, 306 feet. This one does have a new placement now at 537, but I don't think it was installed when they played this match.
This hole's got some obstacles, as you can see. You got to go through the low ceiling branches from the get-go and then kind of play the skip around all those rocks you see.
Yeah, I think that rock pile might not stay there. That, again, is probably just because they're doing so many improvements right now.
I think he kept it there on purpose, though, just to make the hole harder.
Oh, okay.
This was Drew's first time playing the hole, as we were talking about before, but there's not really much of a line over there.
You know, I was surprised that Drew had never played here. You know, Philo and Ricky, sure, they're not from around here, so why would they have played here? But Drew lives nearby. Surprised he never made it out. Pretty good drive from Philo. He's going to leave a bit of a death putt.
It's in position, about 40 feet or so.
Looking straight at the creek. It was starting to flex back. It's close. And here's just a little look at how deathy this green is. Steep slope right down to the creek. Philo's putting right at it.
Oh, yeah.
Philo cleans it up.
Nice putt.
That was an awesome putt by Philo.
Yeah, great putt. And Drew, probably about the same distance.
Right on line.
It's doubles, Drew. You don't have to worry about it. Well, except you do. It depends what happens with Ricky.
Usually not too worried when Rick goes up to putt. If you're his doubles partner, you're thinking cash.
Money. Ricky and Drew missed that one.
Got one back.
Yeah.
Keeping it a tight match. Brought to you by PHP.
Hole 3 in the newly installed C placement, 258, right down by the water.
It's a fun hole. Really does play for the right-hand sidearm.
Yep, good shot from Nikko. Skipped it off the road, and right there we see leaves himself a 10-12 footer.
It's about the shot I was envisioning. Philo comes in a little more aggressive, knowing that I was close.
Philo trying to take me out.
He's working his sidearm more these days, though. We both are. Usually Ricky's go-to shot. Plays a little bit strong, but see he's staring right at the basket.
That skip kind of didn't get as much flair as it could have.
It's hard to get a good skip out of the gravel.
Yeah, it's always a gamble with that. A little early release for Drew. It slipped out a little or something.
Looks like there's another shorter position on top of that other boulder you
Yep.
see.
The original placement is a few feet from that rock, but he's got one up on top of it now too.
Looks like these guys are just inside 40 feet, maybe 35, 38.
And Drew went right in the water with that one, so pressure's on Ricky.
Ricky likes pressure.
It's just what he needs.
Jessica, you're swimming.
And here's Nikko from his own drive. Beautiful drive.
Huge putt. From
Easy
10
too.
feet.
And a little shout out to Brian Costa for getting in the water and getting Drew's disc out for him.
What a guy.
There you see it over there to the left, barely. 2 birdies and still tied.
We got to get Costa the shout out for the Phenom Invitational that he's putting on at this course.
Yeah, that's going to be the new 27-hole layout.
In between the Motherlode and Masters Cup, he's bringing back, was it the Triple Nugget or Triple Crown?
Yeah, it's some 2 or 3 day tournament midweek.
Yeah.
And some of the shots are going to be the same as what we're seeing here, but a lot of them are going to be different.
We need to get some more players signed up for that one because Mark said he's putting in an extra 100 on top of each person. So if we got 50 people, that's an extra good amount of money.
Yeah, yeah.
I was trying to ace run it if you were, you know what I mean? Yeah. Wysocki goes a little early of the gap, but finds its way.
Not very characteristic of Ricky. For those who have watched other PHP videos at these courses, this is actually the original basket placement for hole 4, but the alternate tee pad.
That's a tight line to the right. As you can see, there's some branches in the way. I feel like a punch line.
Good putt from Drew. Couple more birdies, and for those of you confused about the scoreboards, it says after hole 5, and that was actually hole 4, but it was their 5th hole. So the scoreboards reflect how many holes they've played, and the other numbers reflect what the holes actually are on the courses, since it was kind of a mixed layout today. Hole 5A, this one's the original placement. Getting a little bit windy. There was a chance of rain in the forecast for today.
Yeah, we almost called it off, and then we got together, text back and forth a few times, trying to get this group together and make it happen.
Oh, we made it happen.
Yeah.
Like everybody wanted this to happen. Mark wanted it to happen. I wanted it to happen.
Ricky knew there was money on the line, so he was in the whole time. Drew backed out and then got involved again. I'm glad they came out, though.
Go in. Oh, dude, that was tracking. That was tracking it.
Close.
Both going for the wide, huge Hyzer. I take that shot a lot of the time, but I started going up the middle. It's been better.
Push.
Oh. A little low from Philo. Yeah, I wish I had the arm to go up and over. I pretty much have to go up the gut on this one.
Oh, yeah.
That's not our best putting there.
Hey, on the video, don't show me flipping over the disc because they'll get mad at you.
And Ricky and Drew gain a stroke there. A 1-stroke lead now after what was the 6th hole. And moving on to hole 6, the 7th hole. Also the original placement. I don't think this one is going to change at all. There are no new placements on this hole. One of the few that isn't changing. Hard to change this hole. I mean, that's just a... This is one of the signature shots at Browns and Bows, that tunnel shot.
Looks like Ricky's making up his own line here. Even Mark Brown, the owner of the course, said he's never seen anybody go this way.
Yeah, I've played here a lot. I've filmed here quite a few times. I've never seen anybody take this line.
Rick had the confidence. He says he guarantees he's going to have a putt.
He aced it.
And couldn't see it from this angle, but it was good. It came down kind of short left, about 25 feet or so.
Like 25 left and short. Oh, I was just going to ace run it.
A little too much height for Drew, but like he said, he was trying to ace run it since Ricky's already up there. This is a really challenging up the gut shot.
Yeah, you have to go like extra low, even have your body language stay low so you can hit off that dirt spot you see. That's the play. Not that we showed you how to do that. Way in the woods.
It's a tough line to hit. You know, the low ceiling makes you want to throw low, but it's pretty steep uphill. Video never does uphill justice, you know. Hills always look less steep in videos than they actually are.
Philo was putting so good today. I was just trying to leave him a putt up the middle. Turned on it a little bunch. Thumber up shot. Little tink.
And here we see where Ricky's weird Annie sidearm ended up.
Drew makes another good putt.
Yep. Yeah, Drew's a solid putter. A lot of confidence on his putts.
Made that one in there.
Good putt, good putt. 2 holes in a row. Ricky and Drew getting strokes.
Picking up strokes on us. Feel like we should have got one of those.
Yeah, hole 6 is kind of hard, but hole 5 I feel like most people at your level should get most of the time. Hole 7 here, 327 feet downhill. Definitely one of the signature shots at Browns and Bows. I know
2
I
options.
said that about the last hole.
Got the spike Hyzer over the trees, but then you kind of got to get lucky, kind of play the plinko, land on top of the basket, go through the trees.
Couldn't see that either, but it ended deep left, maybe 35, 40 feet. Drew throwing his Captain America disc. Whatever it is.
That's why I didn't take the Hyzer this time.
Because of the wind?
It was just a little bit windy, and I felt like I could get a better chance at birdieing it up the middle.
Philo's barely clipped that branch. I don't know that it was quite turning enough anyway, but the branch made it worse.
Oh, beautiful.
Stay up.
Beautiful.
Stay up.
Stay up. Bubba, get out of the grass.
Oh, man.
About 2 feet away from being parked. If it hits on the hard surface, skip right to it.
Oh, yeah, it would have slid all the way up there. And you can see right there how close it was to landing in the dirt.
That's alright, though. My partner is cash money.
Philo putting like a beast.
Philo's known for his long, consistent putting.
Come on, Rick.
Just weak side for Drew.
Wysocki bomb will make it happen. I don't know what he was mumbling, but it sounded like, oh, that felt like a 10-footer.
Yeah, well, the way he putts 40-footers, he makes them look like 10-footers. I mean, and again, this match took place the day after St. Patty's, so you know Ricky was feeling good. And hole 8, the original placement, 279. This one does have a new, longer placement installed now.
This one plays a little bit longer than 279. I'd say it plays a little bit more like 320. Good call.
That was good. The uphill is so gradual that it doesn't look like much, but it really adds some distance.
Again, you have to have that low ceiling punch line, though. You can't really fluff this one up there.
No fluff at Browns and Bows.
It's a really tough backhand shot, too, if you're not with the sidearm game.
Yeah, I know. As I'm not, I got to try to turn over a T-bird or something with a backhand shot on this hole myself.
I felt like I hit this line pretty good. It's a little bit closer than I thought once we walked up there.
The grass is pretty tall around this basket. You don't really get a lot of skips.
Everything looks really nice and green this year, even though the sun's not shining. We did get a lot of rain in the off season.
Yeah, Nikko knows all about that. Running the Fly Life Winter Series events, some of them in the rain.
We got pretty lucky with the weather for the most part.
Yeah, it was really only the Sunrise
in our
tournament
Winter Series
that got really bad with the weather.
That was solid putt by Brathwaite.
Nice to see all these new baskets out here at Browns and Bows, by the way. Better chains, better buckets.
I like the orange baskets. Look different, creates the unique feel for the course.
And they stand out nicely, too. Hole 9, one of my favorites at Browns and Bows. This one also has a deep placement that's been installed recently, but...
This one's a lot of fun because it's a very tight line. You really got to thread the needle.
So close.
Nope.
That one would have worked its way around.
Yeah, this hole's deceiving. I mean, it's definitely really tough for being 270 downhill.
I think Drew slipped just a little bit. But Drew's really good at these tight lines for the most part.
Philo hit the gap. It's Hyzered out a little early, but it's a look. There's the line.
I throw my putter here. Throw a wizard right down the center.
Absolutely parked.
I go to the putter as much as I can off the tee pad. When there's an option, I'll throw the putter.
Good bid by Drew. It had the height on it, just wide.
It's windy. See the grass blowing.
Ricky missed a putt. What's going on?
He's human.
Philo taps in the birdie from Nikko's park job. And they're getting a stroke back. One stroke game. Going into hole 10, which is their 11th hole. 138 feet. This one also has a new deep placement that was not installed yet at this time. This is a weird shot.
It's a tricky hole. Seen it a few times in the other videos you've put together.
Yep. Nikko always throws the Scooby on this one. I don't think I've ever seen you throw anything else.
Landed in the same spot for the past like 3 videos. Got 15 left of the basket.
It's a pretty good spot to be. And Philo was going for the up the gut line, which is a really tight line to hit, by the way. Hard to see from the other angle, but here you can see Philo kind of just went up right towards that little bit of sky you can see between the trees.
Rick's throwing this overhand shot. We rarely see him go to this type of throw.
This hole forces some weird shots. It looks like Drew's trying to up the gut line like Philo did too.
Drew's just trying to get a look.
Oh, kind of a higher ante line. That's not the up the gut line I've seen before. It's hard to not clip stuff trying to go that way.
I know, there's a gap with the Hyzer, but it's really hard to park it if you take the Hyzer gap. Philo, straight in the hole. No questions asked.
Yeah, right there where your drive ended up, like you said, that's almost exactly where it's been for the last several.
Single chain basket, he tossed that one in there.
Yeah, this is one of the baskets that had not been exchanged for the better ones at this point. I think they all have been by now.
It's a good putt by Drew as well. No spit outs today.
I mean, just a month or so ago, we saw when Nikko ran the Grizzly Open tournament here, all the baskets were like this one. And by now, Mark has replaced most of them, if not all of them, with the newer Mach 5s or whatever they are. I'm not even sure. Hole 11B. The original placement on this one as well, 411 feet, blind shot off the tee. One of the most tricky shots at Browns and Bows, at least of all the original placements.
This one was one of my best shots of the round.
That's exactly.
I knew once it got around that big tree down there, my disc was
good, man.
overstable enough to come back around the creek.
I thought that was good.
And you're right. Thought it was good. It's kind of guesswork on the tee on this hole because you can't see where anything ends up, but that was it. Probably about 15, 20 feet away.
Get around it.
You really got to play this one out like strong and flat with something stable to get all the way around that big tree that a lot of people hit.
Yeah. Safe.
Ah, poor Rick. Good thing it's doubles. You do that in a singles round, it's tough to recover. It's tough to save a 3 if you hit early on this hole.
Yeah, if you're not halfway down the fairway, this hole gets complicated real quick.
What's the worst
That
shot in the
one
world?
looked to be on its way. Just clip the top of the tree.
Drew thought it was the worst shot in the world, but
Wasn't the worst ever.
I think it was just off by a little bit, honestly. Yep. And they're there for a par, giving Drew the chance to run it if he can find a line to do so.
And Drew's got some good touch with his game, and he shows you right there.
Oh, man.
He's got good speed control on his shots. Puts a lot of spin on them.
And Philo, easy tap in from Nikko's beautiful drive right there.
Well, you're doing most of the work right now.
No, I'm about 20%.
And with that birdie, tied up again. A close match out here today, keeping things exciting for the viewers.
Trying to make it a match.
Hole 12. This one's the original placement. No new placements on this one. That's a fun shot.
Philo showing that he's got some sidearm game. Catches a friendly skip. Puts us right there.
Perfect. And the creek is right there, but here we see a quick look at his disc. It did not go in the water, and he is parked.
Comes into play a lot on this hole, and you feel like you threw a good shot. Just catch that extra little skip.
Man, I mean, the water is so close on this one that you can...
Lost some disc there in the past.
Yeah, you can throw a shot that looks like it's parked, and you're 5 feet from the basket, but in the water. Ricky trying to play the skip too, but he caught something there. This is pretty much a sidearm hole. You don't see a lot of turnover shots on this hole.
Looks like they're about 60 feet away.
Yeah, Drew gave that a chance. Stayed safe.
Not in the water.
And Ricky just wide.
That's usually Ricky's money zone.
Yeah, 40 feet. Yeah.
But 60.
60. Yeah, that was more
Like in
like
the St.
50 or
Patty's
60.
Classic. He was probably 90% from 30 to 60 feet.
Ricky hit more outside the circle putts at St. Patty's than I've seen any player do at any tournament. Including Macbeth. I mean, including anyone. Ricky's outside the circle putting at St. Patrick's Classic was just robotic. And Nikko and Philo get that one as well. A couple in a row there, and they now have the lead by a stroke. And finally, a new placement, hole 13. They're playing the newly installed par 4 placement at the top of the hill. Previously on PHP, we've only seen the A placement in this hole.
I looked extra focused. Let it go a little bit early, but that's not a bad position.
It's much better to go up the left on this one than up the right. It's super risky on the right side of the fairway.
It looks on camera that you can get one all the way there, but I'd say it plays 650 to throw all the way to the basket, if it's even possible.
Definitely a legitimate par 4.
Yeah, you'd have to miss that gravel, hit that dirt to the right, and it would have to be hard dirt, which it's been raining, so it's kind of muddy.
And Ricky's shot just kind of disappeared there. They get kicked off to the left.
Drew's got a lot of power. Let this one go slightly early. Even halfway up the fairway, you can see how far this hole is. There was a lot of wind coming at us on this hole. It's hard to tell on camera, but it was probably 20-mile-an-hour winds.
Coming up over the ridge, down straight at, headwind, straight at the players. And Philo, at his own lie here, beautiful first shot.
Surprised he didn't throw his rock. He usually throws rock on a lot of his up shots, but he's working that putter game.
I don't care, dude. Go for it. We're 20 feet away.
You can tell that he's confident in his putting game right now, telling me to run it. Had a line.
Not really much of a run there.
Yeah, right there. A lot of times on those uphill shots, I'll tell myself that I'm going to run something knowing that I probably won't because of the uphill. I'll probably come up short and end up being right there.
It's a mental thing that you really have to throw it extra high on those uphill shots. You gotta tell yourself to throw it above the basket, and then you might get it there.
So Nikko and Philo get the birdie 3 on that one. Ricky and Drew par out. It's another stroke.
We're starting to make a move.
And that,
tides have changed.
Yeah, two strokes, and that was actually the 14th hole, so there's only 4 holes to go here. Hole 14, the 15th hole that they're playing. They're actually playing to basket 17 on the front course.
I'd say this one's gotta be further than 282.
Well, this one was actually on the updated signs I got from Mark, so they measured this one.
I think that it was just to that basket, but it's okay. I'd say it's about 350.
No, the original placement was on the sign too. The original is like 180.
I know, but we're all throwing drivers.
Yeah, because it's uphill and you're going wide and playing for the skip and whatever, sure.
It's okay. It's about 300 plus feet.
There it is, over there.
Plays 300 plus.
Drew threw the right shot. If that would have got around the tree, it probably would have got a skip. Rick's not playing with any skips. He's going to the ground. Ground play.
Get up there.
I like the idea of a sidearm roller on this. The fairway's the right shape.
It's not bad. Giving my partner the green light. He gives it an honest run behind the basket. Drew and Ricky about 40 feet away with a slight breeze.
Just left for Drew. And Ricky's got a chance to make up a stroke here. He knew it was steep uphill putt. He aimed high, just a little bit too much.
I don't know, it's your course.
No,
throwing.
We're not playing the team close to the 27 layout.
Yeah, see, there you heard Brian Costa saying what you guys are playing today is not actually that close to the new 27-hole layout they'll be playing at the Phenom Sports Invitational. A few of the holes are. A couple pars there. That's got to be a tough hole to birdie when you're playing to that basket. I imagine it probably won't happen much.
If any of the viewers are interested in competing and playing the Phenom Invitational, I would contact Brian Costa on Facebook or social media and get more details. I do believe there's a Facebook page for this tournament as well. I'm going to try to make it if I can.
Come on, baby, come back.
Nikko going Scooby up and over.
There's Scooby.
And this is the original basket placement for hole 15, but a totally new tee pad. So it really changes the shot a lot. The original tee is way off to the left of this one.
Throw it high, like an idiot.
I love throwing the Scooby. I feel like it's more than just a trick shot. I feel like there is room and there's a lot of holes that you can throw the Scooby, and I feel like that's actually the play.
I agree, and I think a lot of players could learn from watching when you decide to throw Scoobies, because you are one of the few players that will actually use the shot for more than just like having fun, you know, like it's the right play. Totally.
Honestly, didn't even try it for years, and then just started playing around with it, and I was like, wow, this works.
Yeah, I was watching some of the Otter Open coverage, and there's one par 4 there where it's up a steep slope for the second shot, and you would always throw the Scooby there, and I was looking at other players trying to hit the crazy little gap, and it's like, just take that out of play.
20.
Scooby it.
25 feet, I bet.
Fucking right you are. I'm 18% from there, dude. Look at the World Tour stats.
Philo gets another birdie from Nikko's drive.
My partner was putting good today.
Yeah, Philo was putting real nice. You know, he was putting good through all the St. Patty's, too.
We're playing 18 basket, not 17.
And that was the 16th hole, so only 2 holes to go here, and it's a 2-stroke game, so Ricky and Drew better step it up and get some birdies. Hole 16, one of the new placements, B, 285. Steep drop off behind it.
This hole's so much better with the new placement. Before it was just an easy hyzer up the middle shot, and now you have to throw with a lot more skill.
Yeah, the original placement's probably like 100 feet shorter than this one. And I actually just noticed on the sign, they got a C placement also past this one, down the hill.
Wow.
Seems like they might have to do some more clearing before that's playable, but I did see it on the sign. He's installing all kinds of new stuff out here.
I'm sure it'll be looking good in the future events out here.
Philo throwing a beautiful up-the-gut shot with that green rock that he was throwing a lot at St. Patty's.
Rick goes to the big hyzer. Sounded clean. See it come down pretty close.
Oh yeah, right there.
Look at all that moss. It's beautiful.
Drew going big hyzer as well.
Drew likes big hyzer game.
You saw Jen over there to the right get out of the way a little bit. That one almost got her.
Ah, there was poison oak there.
There was poison. You
I
know
was
what?
nervous about touching the poison oak.
Yeah, that must be it.
You hear
It was
everybody
not even a hard
laughing?
putt.
That's the way people are. That's the way the sport is, man. You miss one, I want to be the guy that laughs. You have to make them.
It's a tough lie in there. I mean, I cut it out, but you took a while getting into a comfortable stance there. There's a lot of little branches and stuff. But hey, Philo made it.
This
don't
is
matter
good.
in the end.
I gotta put this little insert into this video, but I asked Felberg one time, you know, he's playing in his prime, I was like, how do you keep making all these putts? You know, you always seem to do really good on the last hole. He said, I want to be the guy that laughs. I want to be the guy that makes the putt and laughs about it, because you know, if you miss, you can hear people whispering, oh, he missed. I don't want to be the guy that misses.
And a couple birdies there on hole 16, their 17th hole. Nikko and Philo with a 2-stroke lead going into the last hole, so unless they bogey or Ricky or Drew aces, it's pretty much over at this point. Hole 17, they are playing to hole 18's basket. Which
For
is
all you players watching, if you're ever going to miss a 10 or 15 foot putt, just remember everybody's going to laugh about it. More reason to make them.
Oh, that didn't help.
That's a good shot.
That is a good shot, though.
There you saw Philo sail over the original hole 17. There's the basket they're playing to today, making this hole a lot harder than the original for sure.
Philo left us a putt.
Yeah, roller. It's down by the road, down by there. That way.
Just a little low.
Bye.
Oh, we weren't going to that basket? Oh, man. You guys juked me. It's over there. Huh. This could be the best shot of the whole round.
Look at that.
That shot.
Drew saved his best for last.
Yeah, Drew.
Almost aced it. That
Almost
was
aced a hole that's got to be hard enough to even birdie.
really
That
tough.
was on
He made it
one
look easy.
Sure.
I mean, look at the size of that gap you got to hit with a turnover.
look up,
or if
look
you're
up.
Ricky, throw the sidearm, but he clipped something.
Ricky's definitely got the distance to reach this one. It was a tough hole.
Yeah. It almost looks like it plays better for a sidearm than a turnover backhand.
I was trying to make that one, but you couldn't tell.
Oh, sure
Looked
you
like a
could.
layup.
It was basket height. Philo had the height too. Just left.
It's never over till it's over, though. If we both would have got too aggressive, all of a sudden we're behind a tree and
Yeah.
would have had to go into a playoff.
Oh. Drew missed from his amazing drive.
He probably just wasn't as focused
Yeah. Well, he knows.
earlier in the round.
Pretty
He was
much
making
over.
everything.
Hey, at least Ricky and Drew got the last hole to finish. That's a tough birdie. And here's Nikko. Just tapping in the par. Exciting day out at Browns and Bows. Got to see some new placements, some doubles play from some of the top players in the world.
CTP for a hundo.
And here you see Wysocki and Gibson got the birdie on the last hole, but Nikko and Philo still win with 13 under.
We just went through our doubles match out at Browns and Bows, and you could tell the course was very unique, pretty awesome layout with all the new add-ons to the course. Mark Brown put up $1,000 for us to compete, doubles match on his own private property, so I think he got some kicks out of having us out there, seeing some of the best in the world compete on his own private property.
Yeah, and it was an exciting competition. I mean, it was neck and neck the whole way. Ricky and Drew started off hot, getting some tough birdies, but Nikko and Philo came back later, had a good stretch of holes where they were on point, and I mean, it was 1 or 2 strokes the whole time and ended up being only a 1-stroke game at the end.
It was a close match. No one really ran away with it, and I think we had really good teamwork on both teams. You know, I was driving well, pretty good, and Philo was cleaning up the putts for us, and same with Ricky and Drew. I feel like those guys were working really good as teammates as well.
Yeah, a lot of going with one drive and the other one putting and vice versa. And like you said, I mean, on your team, Philo was hitting crazy good putts the whole round. His putting was just on point.
Yeah, it's cool to showcase the doubles match too. That's something a little bit different for us, and something that you don't get to see a whole lot online if you're going through the YouTube videos and all that. And we had some great players. I think it was really awesome. We should do more things like that.
I agree, and I think, and you guys can let me know in the comments below if you agree, but it's fun seeing top players like Nikko and Drew and Philo and Ricky playing doubles like that, because you get to see a different type of golf. You know, players are running shots that they wouldn't normally run because they have a partner, and it's just different strategy.
Yeah, as you could tell in the video, we were having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, just casual play. So thanks again to Mark Brown for putting this on, for making sure the players got out there, for making sure I got out there to film.
Absolutely.
And his contributions never end. Actually, after the round, he put up another $100 for a CTP, and they're going to be playing one of the tee pads for hole 17 on the front course to the 18th basket on the front course out and over the lake.
Beautiful hole over that water.
Absolutely gorgeous
shot where we could just rip.
So
it's awesome.
Another chance for these 4 guys to make $100 on the CTP over the lake. And so we'll go take a look at that now. And
We'll give another shout out to Impact Disc Golf. That's Mark Brown's new nonprofit that he's been setting up. I just want to make sure to get more people involved with what we're doing for the sport of just getting more kids involved and really just promoting the sport of disc golf.
Definitely. And once again, as I said in the intro, do look up Impact Disc Golf on Facebook to learn more if you're interested. And with that, we'll go take a look at first the CTP and then the highlight reel. Thanks again, Nikko, for coming on as my guest,
Thank
as
you,
always.
Pavo. It's always a pleasure.
So here we go, the one of the 17th tee pads on the front course, playing to basket 18. I'm estimating 460 feet on this one, but it's not actually a real hole out here, so there was no measured distance. And Nikko's going first, yep.
$100 bonus CTP.
Bonus drives anyway. Nobody was putting on this hole, it's just CTP.
It's gonna be past that.
Yeah,
Oh, you're pitting high.
that's not gonna do it with these cats.
Got the distance just off to the right. Let's see what Ricky can do.
Oh, that's on me.
Yeah, just flip
Oh, hole!
do the Ricky thing where it jumps back to the hole. There it is. See it at the end?
Yeah, Ricky's left, Nikko's right. Let's see if Drew or Philo
Just
can get
teasing him
closer.
a little bit.
No! 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 Yes!
Oh, you might. Oh! You were just gonna get inside.
I was gonna go so far.
Yeah, Drew made it almost pin high even though he clipped a branch.
Let's go, Philo. We're splitting that hundo. Nope.
Oh,
Oh, flip.
hold on for him.
That flipped late.
She gone. You're throwing another
Philo's thing.
Let's
That's
throw another
what
one.
he says.
She gone.
You thought you weren't gonna be able to do that?
I didn't think so.
So that was it, right? Did you or Ricky win that?
Mark's like,
Rick
let's
got
go.
it.
Rick got it?
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm done.
Hold on. You guys want to do just 20?
It's for your lunch.
Sure, let's do it.
Yeah, do your own.
We'll do 20 apiece CTP. This is our little individual
All right,
thing.
If you don't make it in,
It's such a fun shot. You
You
gotta
got in?
throw more than one.
Come on, you're in.
So Ricky wins the official
Gonna
CTP,
hook up.
and now they're all doing it again amongst themselves. Get your head out of the way, Nikko.
They just go too straight.
Ricky doesn't take a lot of
Oh,
time.
that's it right there.
Oh,
That's it.
oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Gets him
Hit the
win.
tree.
It's gonna be right behind it.
Strong arm.
Wow. About 50 feet past it.
This is a cool hole.
I'm trying to readjust.
I was like, I can beat
A
that.
little more
It's a
Hyzer
good
on it.
finishing hole, right, Ricky? Oh, nice.
Look at that
Oh,
wind
yeah,
though, just
yeah.
like
Go in.
shifting my disc up and down.
Well, that's
I'm not
a
gonna
great
lose
shot
this.
right
I'm gonna
there.
hurt my arm here. Pay up.
That was only for the twin.
Yeah, unfortunately, that wasn't for the hundo.
It's a good finishing.
That looks good.
This guy's got too much power.
Helen?
yeah.
Oh, that's in the mulch. I know one more.
Pin high to the right. That's a good shot, too.
I wonder how far you could really throw it off of this thing. I don't
I
want to
don't
hit
know.
the
Why
line
don't you
back
show
there.
us,
That's
Drew?
gonna be right there.
Glow destroyer. And you know where the teapot, you can see the
I can see
bench
Ricky
over
making
there,
it go.
the
Mark,
storage
that's
area.
that 250
Yeah,
we were
right.
talking about.
Our whole bag. I want to try to rip it. but I don't wanna
Everybody's
break
just
it.
throwing more for fun now.
Well, I mean, you could hit the car back there.
So, Nikko, you won that second
I did.
unofficial $20 CTP, right? Yeah, that was a beautiful shot, that
You
one
can
that
throw
you
it
see
out of
right
bounds,
behind the
yeah.
basket there.
on the fence.
And that was it for the CTP. And we'll move on to the highlight reel.
It's a really good opening drive by Ricky Saki Bomb Wysocki. This basically shows you how you want to play this hole.
This hole that's probably never going to be in play for tournaments, since you're playing from the first tee to the second basket.
Should be. Maybe we'll have to go out there and do the doubles rematch
Yeah,
next year.
get these guys back out. Oh, they probably will be for St. Patty's again. And here's Drew putting from Ricky's drive.
Maybe we could do a doubles tournament next time. That'd be fun. Something.
Yeah,
new. Get some more teams out there.
for sure.
I'm sure some of the local guys would be teaming up.
And Drew hits a nice putt on the first hole to get him and Ricky a birdie to start on a tough one, starting off with a one-stroke lead right off the bat.
You didn't highlight my 80-foot airmail?
Would you like to see that in slow motion in the highlight
let's
reel?
forget it happened.
Here's a nice putt, though. Nikko putting on hole 2, or hole 3, the second hole of the day.
I made that for my partner.
Teamwork. Philo's drive, Nikko's putt.
That's right.
Another really cool basket placement out here.
Philo's a good teammate to have. He's a fun guy, and he's got a lot of skill.
And speaking of Philo, here he is putting on hole 2 on the back course. Death putt, probably about 40 feet.
Every bit of 40. Finds its way home.
Great putt, Philo.
Philo moving a little faster than usual.
Yeah, running it out.
How often do you get to see Philo run? He's stoked. Give it a fist pump. I'm smiling in the background. Oh yeah, Philo. Way to man up.
There's that double spirit, teamwork. And Ricky, after Drew's putt went in the water, so pressure's on. No problem for Ricky Wysocki.
See those guys in the background? Those are the guys that put in a lot of work out here on the course. So definitely got to thank them, give them a shout out there. You got Owen. He's Mark Brown's main guy out there. He's a full-time worker on the course and the property. Also, Brian Costa's been out there for the last few months getting ready for the Phenom Invitational.
And we're just seeing this shot just because it was such a crazy line. I mean, you can't even see the shot in the video, which normally I won't include a shot like that in the highlights. But just to remind everybody that Ricky took that line and ended up here.
What's up with the shots just disappearing now? It's happened a couple times.
Yeah.
Where'd it go?
It's usually Ricky's. Just disappeared. And Drew hits another nice putt for them to get the birdie here on hole 6. Yeah, I mean, Ricky's came down in the open there. You'd think that you'd see it from my view on the tee pad.
Drew made a lot of putts right at that distance during the doubles match.
I like Drew's putt, man. It's really solid. Got a lot of confidence, a lot of power behind it. Pops it in there. And Philo putting from Nikko's drive.
Speaking of popping it in there, Mr. Brathwaite connects for our birdie on hole number 7.
Running it out again. You can tell Philo's a lot more kind of laid back and relaxed in this doubles setting than he typically is at sanctioned tournaments, you know, where he's really focused and got his head in the game.
And look at him, he's got dreadlocks, he's wearing red, yellow, green. Yeah, he's pretty chill.
And Nikko's drive on hole number 9.
Oh yeah, bread and butter.
Perfect
Butter
park
game.
job and a nice shot of some of the players' butts.
For the ladies.
And Nikko again, a couple holes later, driving on hole 11. Always love seeing a good drive on this hole.
Probably my best shot of our doubles match.
Gets it out around all the trees. And that's pretty much parked.
Skip and roll towards the pin. Love it.
Getting another stroke on Ricky and Drew right here since they were not able to get the birdie on this one. Easy tap in for Philo with such a great drive from Nikko. Always an impressive hole to see a 2 on for sure. And the very next hole, hole 12, Philo, side piece. Nice and low, gets the skip.
Philo's gonna replay this over and over and over. His best sidearm of his life. No, I'm just joking.
240-foot hole.
But it was solid.
Well, great shot. Absolutely parked. You guys got another birdie on that one.
His first sidearm birdie ever. No.
That Ricky and Drew missed. And Philo again, man, I love this shot. This was one of Philo's best non-putts of the round. One
He's
of his
got
best
that
drives.
disc just tuned in. He was throwing the same one at the St. Patrick's Classic, just hitting those low line drives, nice and flat, straight.
And the uphill made it look like that wasn't that far, but that was a rip. I mean, Philo outdrove the original placement, which is quite a rip to even get to that. And Drew's best drive of the day.
I gotta say that this one probably one-ups my best drive of the round.
It's a really technical turnover shot through a really tight window. You got to get that late turn and then get a little fade too to go back towards the basket.
You
Man,
have
he
to
almost
have
aced it.
good skill, accuracy, and power to get a birdie on that particular hole.
Yeah.
It's long, uphill, and a tough angle.
Definitely. And finishing off the highlights, Nikko's second drive on the
Nice.
CTP hole. It just looks so beautiful out and over this lake.
Yeah, got away from the trees on the right. Hyzer's in nicely.
Great finish.
That beautiful green grass, all nice landscape.
And that wraps it up for the unsanctioned doubles match at Browns and Bows. Thanks again to all the players and Mark Brown and everybody for coming out, and I hope everybody enjoyed it.
Got to thank Pure Hyzer Production for making it out to this beautiful disc golf course and filming us for the day.
Thank you, Nikko, for coming and doing commentating again, and thanks to Mark for making it all happen.
Always a pleasure. Looking forward to future ventures with you, my friend.